Sup nerds, Wired here again, and welcome back to the Dragon Age 2 Warrior Guide slash playthrough slash walkthrough slash thingamajig, everything. It's a bunch of slashes. Either way, we've just killed the first 3 bosses-ish, 2 bosses and a sub-boss, I want to say, in the game, and we're moving on hard as our 2-handed warrior. Now the first thing I like to do after I get in Kirkwall, which we're going to get in there real quick right now, the first thing I like to do when we do get in the city of Kirkwall is, of course, go get our DLC equipment. This is going to completely make us a better fighter in general, and also make the game easier for us because, obviously, as you've seen up to this point, it's been actually pretty hard for the 2-hand warrior. But my weapon of choice for Act 1 is actually Hayden's Razor. It is the weapon you get for beating the demo. So if you have not done that yet, be sure to download and beat the demo. If you skip everything and play as the rogue, it'll only take about 15 minutes, so it's pretty much worth it to get this weapon, because this weapon will last you from now until the end of the act, when you get a new weapon called Oathbreaker, so it's definitely worth getting.
We've got nothing.
Alright, now we're going to be getting
I apologize.
we're going to be getting Varric here, and Varric is going to be one of the key players in our party for the whole game. Our party's never going to be without Varric, just because he will be redirecting threat to us from our healers and our
HIGHTOWN
and our casters like Anders, or if you're running Meryl as well, he can take the threat off them and bring it on to me. Which is the point. You want your warrior to be tanking all the damage and things like that. Okay, so my first order of business and my first real tip for this session of the video is always make sure to check every single nook and cranny of the map. Codexes give you experience. There's always loot to be found. The more loot you pick up, the more you can sell, the more money you have, the better stuff you can buy, the faster you can buy skill ups and attribute points and things like that. So you always want to check the whole map before you proceed. Not only that, there's some quests that are unmarked, and you can definitely pick those up if you're actually looking for them, as opposed to just running through doing like a bare bones playthrough.
You don't seem to like your brother very much.
And here I thought it took blood magic to read minds.
I had a twin brother, Carver. He used to nail my braid to the bed while I was sleeping. I never thought I'd miss him this much.
Alright, you can go in the Blooming Rose. There's a lot of codexes in here, but I don't believe there's a quest this early in the game in this place, so we're just going in to basically pick up the codexes and some of the loot. That's about it right now.
Interesting place.
Madame Lucine runs the place for Harlan. Or with him. Or on him. It's a coterie thing.
Rune of Lightning. That is a rune that gives bonus damage to your weapon in the form of lightning damage. We just picked up some new plate armor, so we're gonna check it out. Like I said, all these God, what do I want to say here? All these crates and stuff, these are random items. So you're not gonna get the same items that I get. You're not gonna get all the same equipment and stuff like that like I will get. That includes amulets and inventory stuff. The only thing that will be the same is the named drops. Named swords, weapons, shields, things like that are named and have like specific drop places or enemies they drop off. Those will be the same in this playthrough as they will be for yours. However, don't be like, oh, well, I saw him go get this amulet here and it gave me 39 attack, and you can go there and you can get a pair of boots that you can't even use, you know what I mean? So don't bank on that. It's a lot of luck pretty much involved, especially this early in the game, where you don't have enough money to actually spend to get nice equipment. But you shouldn't be spending any of your gold anyway.
He didn't really ask you to wear a feather boa.
All Asian, darling.
Do you ever wish you lived in Orzammar?
Great ancestors, no. You know what Orzammar is? It's cramped tunnels filled with nug shit and body odor. And every person there thinks he's better than you because his great-great-great-grandfather made a water clock or something.
But they're your people. Don't you need
Alright, that's all we can do in here for now, so we're gonna head back
I
out.
have a good imagination. This place reminds me way too much of the merchants.
What I usually am gonna do at this point in the game is I'm gonna try to get as many codexes as I can out of this area. Which I think we got all the ones in here. Or not. That's why it's worth looking all over for. See, that gives experience. Not much, but some. It does add up in the end. If you're getting 600-700 codexes, it's going to add up to a lot of experience. Okay, so we're going to actually get into this map, and we're actually just going to clear it out of loot and codexes, and then we're going to move on to Gamlen's house. Simply so we can pick up our new gear. Now, if you do have the Blood Dragon armor set that comes by having the original Dragon Age Origins pre-ordered, you should wear that. You should definitely wear that armor as soon as you can. But if you're like me and you don't have that armor, simply because you had Dragon Age Origins but you didn't have it for PS3 as I had it for Xbox 360, and I was actually going to play this on 360, but my 360 is currently out of order.
In case you missed that detail.
Dwarves aren't completely immune to magic, you know.
No. I meant there are at least 30 people in this town who'd murder my family over trade deals. Who has time to worry about apostates with a merchant's guild breathing down your neck?
In that case, I see.
There are some quests to get in here, but we are not doing any combat right now. So you don't have to worry if you're going into a place like Viscount Keep or the Chantry at this time, because there is no combat in these places, so you don't have to worry about it. After this, we're going to go get our equipment, like I keep saying, but we never do. But once we get our equipment, we'll discuss a little bit more about what we want to accomplish with our two-handed warrior. And I'll list the priority of my first 5 talents and abilities that I like to get. But you're going to be able to see them right away. I actually think there's a few builds for two-handed that works really, really well.
How much longer do I have to wait?
One involves the Templar specialization and the Reaver specialization. And another one involves the Berserker specialization and the Reaver specialization. So it's pretty much standard practice to take Reaver. You really can't go wrong with it. You get a nice 5% damage boost just for taking it at level 7. Not necessarily need to take any of the skills in it right away, as they will matter more as you progress in the game and the enemies start dealing more damage. But as far as these early areas, you're probably not going to have to take any big points in Reaver, maybe 1 point. There's Aveline. Like I said, we're just going to loot as much as we can. I know this is extremely boring right now, but this is it's pretty much required because you will need money. You will need resources in general. Now, the thing I like best about Two-Handed Warriors, it is very, very console friendly. And what I mean by that is,
I could give that a shot.
It's very easy to play on the console. Now, console players know we only have 6 hotkeys, and then we have to pause the game. to start doing things, special things. Alright, so we just got new boots. They're not much better than what we had, but they're better. Okay. We're gonna talk to Aveline and get her quest. And we're gonna be nice to Aveline.
Otherwise, I'm here if you... Doesn't matter though.
Hope the day is treating you well, sir.
We shouldn't talk here.
The Viscount must be
Who
terrible.
are you to talk to me like that?
If this video is really loud, guys, just let me know in the comments or something. I'm trying different configurations to get a nice mix with this game. This game is really, really difficult to get a mixture of good sound with because the sound fluctuates so friggin' much. But we're going to go back to Hightown, and we're going to pretty much just clean out Hightown now. Hit the Chantry up, clean out the Chantry. Then we're going to go to Lowtown and get to Gamlen's house, get our new equipment, our new stuff, put our first runes in our weapon, and then we're going to get on to doing quests and things like that. The only thing I can tell you to do that you should do consistently all the time, and it's getting repetitive though, is just be thorough. Just be thorough. Go to areas you think will be, because there probably will be loot there and things like that. Get all the money you can.
A Ferelden in the guard.
You're gonna
What will
need
they think of next?
50 gold alone just to get on the expedition, but you're also gonna need around another 60 gold in this act alone just to buy all the tomes and stuff you're gonna need.
I'll give them plenty of reason to change
So that means you
their
can't go
minds.
skimpy on quest. You can't rush through.
Just scared shitless of you.
I know a lot of people like to just rush through Act 1 and not pick up anything and just not bother with any of the special stuff and skip on the quest because Act 2 has so many better items and stuff, and you can get them early.
Sebastian.
But you shouldn't do that. You're going to need that money.
Vivian will be devastated if I don't.
Another pair of boots. Like I said, all these crates will be random, so you will probably not get a pair of boots out of that crate like I did.
That let anyone into Hightown these days.
Shut up, skank. They'll let anyone baller as fuck in a Hightown, you're right. Broken bow.
Ah, Hightown, where the rich go to piss their money away.
Alright, here's a super secret area, and I'm going to show you on the big map, in case you ever missed it. But we are right there in the corner over here. Is there a way to zoom? No. Alright, we're right here. All the way in the bottom west corner, southwest corner. In case you missed it. This does not show up on the map, guys, but this is a little area you can go into. Now, I know we only got torn trousers here, but later on there are chests in there.
Excuse me, Miss Ayer.
Alright, we're almost done with this area, guys, don't worry. Next up, we're going into the Chantry.
I lit a candle there. Carver.
Well, unless we're locked out. I don't think we are, though. I forget. I don't think you're locked out this early. No, you're not. Okay. Into the Chantry we go. Chantry's the hub for a lot of quests in this game. And you'll probably be sick of the Chantry by the end of the game, like I'm sick of it already. We've entered it once. Alright.
You show admirable restraint, Bethany.
For a mage, you mean?
The Commandments of the Maker. This is a codex.
I
We
could
want
also
this.
say for a hawk. But yes, for a mage. I'm uncomfortable around Chantry sisters. All because of that red-haired trickster.